How to open your eyes so you can see. I want to jump straight into this powerful video with the gorilla experiment. I know. You're probably thinking, WTF, Vanessa, what does a gorilla have to do with me opening my eyes and seeing things clearly? I understand, my gorgeous soul. I totally get your concern. Hopefully this gorgeous specimen of a gorilla will cheer you up a little. I fully understand this may seem unclear right now, but I assure you I have your best interest at heart. If you can trust me and hear me out, everything will become very clear very soon. Because believe me, by the end of this powerful video, your mind is going to be blown. Stick with me and I promise everything will come together in a way that you won't see coming. Let's get into it, shall we? So, the gorilla experiment, which is commonly known as the invisible gorilla experiment, is a famous psychological study. It was conducted by researchers Christopher Chabris as well as Daniel Simons in 1999. The experiment aimed to demonstrate inattentional blindness, which is a phenomenon where people fail to notice something unexpected in their visual field because they are focused on a specific task. So allow me to give you a quick overview of the experiment. Participants were asked to watch a video featuring two teams of players, one dressed in white shirts and the other in black shirts, passing basketballs, hence why this gorilla is on a basketball field and we've got people and a basketball in the air. The task was to count the number of passes made by the team who were wearing the white shirts, ignoring the passes made by the team within the black shirts. About halfway through the video, a person in a gorilla suit walked into the scene, stopped in the middle, thumped their chest, and then walked out, remaining visible for about 9 whole seconds, you guys. And despite the jaw-dropping, obvious presence of the gorilla, many participants did not notice it because they were so focused on counting the passes. Actually, really wild. The results were as follows. Approximately half of the participants, so a whopping 50% of them, completely failed to see or even notice that there was a gorilla in the room. This surprising result highlights how our brains can overlook significant yet unexpected stimuli within our environment, especially as we are concentrating and putting our full focus on something else. And as I was reading about the results of the invisible gorilla experiment, I was literally asking myself how often this happens to me on a day-to-day basis and how often it happens to you. And you may be just as mortified as me, because any of you who know me or who have met me in real life, you know I'm a little fairy who lives in a little bubble, very demure, very introverted, very aloof of everything. Now, this leads to the following implication. The invisible gorilla experiment has been widely used to illustrate the limitations in human attention and perception. It shows that our awareness of the world is actually far more limited than we often assume, and that we can easily miss important details if they fall outside of our focus. This has some serious consequences in various fields, such as driving safety, eyewitness testimonies, and even medical diagnostics. So this leads to a very real and valid question. How much of life are we missing out on? How much of life are we actually missing out on? Because this infamous experiment emphasizes that we are missing out on quite a bit without even noticing it. And that is exactly why I created this video, my gorgeous soul. Because once you understand the process of inattentional blindness and the Salience network, don't worry, we're about to get into all of that in great detail together. You can take back control over your attention, and then you can redirect it toward your goals. So in this sense, this video is teaching you how to open your eyes so you can see. See how it's all starting to come together, my gorgeous soul family. And for all of you who are interested in learning more about this gorilla experiment example in particular, the study has been further explored in the book The Invisible Gorilla by Chabris and Simons, which delves deeper into cognitive illusions and the fallibility of human perception. All right, you guys, now things are gonna get very interesting. We're now gonna talk about the Salience network. All right, now let's talk about the Salience network. This is a network in our cognitive systems, so we all possess a Salience network. Think of the Salience network, short SN, as your brain's alert system. It's a group of brain regions that help you figure out what's important and what is absolutely not important. Basically, it acts like a filter, sorting through everything happening around you and deciding what is actually deserving of your attention. The key players here are the anterior insula as well as the anterior cingulate cortex, which work together to spot changes in your surroundings and to make sure that you're paying attention to anything new or interesting that's coming your way. So when something is salient, that means it is perceived as more significant or relevant compared to other competing stimuli in your environment. The Salience network's job is pretty crucial. It's what helps you to focus on things that pop up out of the blue or that really matter. It acts like a gatekeeper almost, deciding which bits of information should be passed along to other parts of your brain for more in-depth processing or action. Let's talk about how this connects to inattentional blindness. Now, inattentional blindness happens when the Salience network doesn't flag something as important enough to distract you from what you're already focused on. So if you're super absorbed in a task, like counting how many times the players are passing the ball back and forth, your brain might not even register something unexpected, like a person in a gorilla suit walking right in front of you. The Salience network just doesn't see it as worth interrupting your concentration for. And of course, if you're really absorbed in an important task, like, for example, when you learn how to drive, or you're writing some sort of important dissertation or a book, you're filing your taxes, it's extremely helpful for your Salience network to allow you to remain fully focused in those instances. However, for a lot of us, our Salience network has become a dysfunctional system, constantly being engaged with technology and distracted and stressed by it. It does not help you to see things clearly or see things at all. Add in common mental health struggles such as depression, anxiety, bipolar, PTSD, etc., and you have the perfect overload on your Salience network. Because when you are feeling overwhelmed by too much sensory input from all of the things happening within your environment, you begin to lose complete touch with your reality and how much of it you're actually experiencing. And this can lead to the very real and devastating impact of you missing out on life-changing opportunities professionally because you are so focused on simply surviving. And I just had this image come to mind earlier that you're thrown in the open ocean, you're struggling to stay afloat, and because you're just in survival mode, you are frantically looking around, only focused on finding a life raft, to the point where you don't even notice that there is a boat next to you, offering to help get you out of the water and back to shore, back to safety. Like a yacht with a captain who's wearing a gorilla costume. Guys, I couldn't resist. Look at this gorilla on a yacht, on a boat. He definitely must be part, okay? And this is what happens when you are completely at the mercy of a Salience network that is out of balance and out of whack. When your Salience network isn't working at your highest good, you miss out on important factual information. And what we want to do is to train our Salience network to focus on the experience that you want it to focus on. So that means to only spot opportunities that are highly beneficial to you, and to only see opportunities that are truly important to you and your success, and that can help you to improve your life and create more of the experiences in this lifetime that you desire. A solution that immediately came to mind for me was to inform you about the law of reversibility. While we have all heard of the law of attraction before, The law of reversibility is a concept in metaphysics and psychology that suggests that there is a two-way relationship between cause and effect. It proposes the theory that not only do our feelings and our mental states influence our physical reality, so cause leading to effect, but the law of reversibility also states that changing our physical actions or conditions can in turn influence our mental and emotional states. So basically, effect can lead to cause. Let me show you through an example. So here we have effect, which leads to the cause. And what most of us have heard before is about the cause leading to the effect, but let's delve into how the effect leads to the cause, shall we? All right, you're going through a breakup. You're feeling less confident and like nobody is ever going to want you anymore, which is very interesting because that's what you thought when you broke up with the last love of your life, but we're just gonna leave it at that. Okay, you're going through the breakup, you're feeling bad. Another story for another video. Now, if you change your body language, your tone of voice, or even your breathing patterns, it can influence your state of mind out of your negative and doubtful emotions. For example, standing in a power pose can make you feel more confident. And rather than just seeing all of the ways in which you now render yourself undesirable, you are training your Salience network, your SN, to find evidence of your confidence and your worthiness. So, on a side note, I just also want to say, if you are truly currently obsessing over someone and you don't know how to get out of this cycle and this toxic loop, I do have a video on my channel that will help you get over them for good very quickly. I will link it below for you. It explains exactly how and why you become addicted to a person and how you can easily detach from them. Okay, but let's be serious and come back to the law of reversibility. Let's get back to business here. No playing around. The law of reversibility. All right, coming back to the law of reversibility, the application of you engaging in positive behaviors, even when you don't really feel like it, will eventually shift your emotions. So instead of working from the inside out, it's like working from the outside in. This is you, my gorgeous jelly bean, and you are working from the outside in. So for example, practicing gratitude, even if you don't feel especially thankful, can increase feelings of appreciation over time. I do this when I'm dealing with challenging people in my business. Instead of feeling like they're a burden and they're really annoying, I mentally take a step back, create some distance, and I do this when I'm completely alone by myself. I literally make myself smile. I say to myself that I am thankful that they exist because they are teaching me how to remain calm and patient. The most annoying people are your biggest teachers. They are the sole reason I am learning to be more resilient and to handle my emotions so well that regardless of what life may throw at me, after dealing with them, I can deal with any obstacle and overcome any obstacle. So it's truly about perspective, and the law of reversibility states that your subconscious must objectify that which it affirms. And I love how using the law of reversibility feels slightly insane and slightly delulu when applying it and forcing yourself, for example, to smile or to be thankful when you really don't want to. But after a while, you start to actually feel how you are truly internalizing these emotions, and you begin to see every challenging moment as an opportunity. Like, oh, this guy ghosted me, and I actually should thank him for showing me now before I'm in too deep, before I'm in love, because in that sense, he's not ready, and I'm thankful he's showing me now. I'm so thankful he is making this easy on me to choose better than him. Wow. This is teaching me not to get my hopes up and emotions entangled and at the mercy of one person. that I don't even know so early on. Wow, what a great lesson he's actually giving me for free. That is what I would think. That is how I would force myself to be grateful. So instead of being sad, you start to see and be thankful for what you otherwise never used to notice. And you're training yourself to see gorillas in the room. You are training your salience network to serve you instead of to harm you. Because creating cognitive ease and training the salience network to work in your favor, that involves strategies such as using the law of reversibility that I just explained to you, that reduce mental effort, that make external information far more digestible, and helps your brain to focus on what's actually important. And the only important things are those which make you feel happy, safe, and content with your experience of life. So we're going to talk a little more about cognitive ease. Okay, a little hard because that's what we want more of. It is slightly crooked, but it's fine. So other ways in which you can create cognitive ease and train your salience network to work in your favor is by reducing your daily mental effort. So creating cognitive ease for yourself every single day. To do that, you must first work on the way that you view yourself. And of course, being your big sis from the internet, I am going to help you change the way that you view yourself with ease. Firstly, I want you to internalize the concept that whatever state has your attention holds your life, literally in a chokehold. Whatever state of being you give your full attention to is the condition you are upholding for yourself. So as a result, if you place your attention on an undesirable state of the past, then you are conditioning yourself to return to this state of the past that was undesirable. So, for example, if you want to build your own business and turn something creative that you love into your full-time job, never ever ruminate or spend time in remembering the ways in which you have not accomplished that yet. Never ruminate on the ways in which you have perhaps failed to make this a reality in the past. Maybe you attempted it. The codes of success were not found in that state, so there is no need to revisit it, because recognition of a state vibrates and awakens it. In order to begin to open your eyes so you can see clearly, and by seeing clearly, I mean seeing only what brings you closer to your desired goals, you must have a clear intention of where you are going. And that's what we're doing, my beautiful ladies, gentlemen, jelly beans, and everybody in between. We are opening our eyes. All right, probably should not have attempted to fill this in. We've got some beautiful, luscious lashes going on. Okay. All right, sir. All right, ma'am. Here we go. Are you ready to learn how to open your eyes and see? So get clear on your goals down to every last detail. Get as specific as possible. And I really recommend that you write your goals down on a flashcard that you can carry around with you. Just like this. This is you. You're writing things down. You're creating the existence of your dreams. I have my flashcard with some of my next really large goals that I carry around with me everywhere. And I read it multiple times a day, even when I don't want to or when it feels cringy. And some of the goals here might seem like they're still, quote, very far away. But as I have taught you in some of my previous videos, we are not concerned with the how. We are not concerned with the how. The how is none of our business. Because history has proven on countless occasions, success must not be linked to a particular amount of time, but rather it is linked to the vibration and strength of emotion that was attached to accomplishing said success. As the saying goes, shoot for the moon and you'll land among the stars. Shoot for the stars and you'll land in the sky. Shoot for the sky and you won't go anywhere. There is so much truth to this saying. So set your sights high and stop being concerned with the how. We are winners on this channel who craft their dream life down to the smallest detail without compromising. We are champions on here. After all, life always makes us compromise in some areas of our existence anyways. So why would we continue to feel into the energy of compromise in our imagination, in which we have complete freedom to be whoever we want to be? And trust me, if you've done this, you're not alone, my gorgeous soul. I have caught myself adjusting my own imagination, my own dreams to a more realistic standard and level. And I caught myself and I thought, why are you doing this? These are your private thoughts. It's your imagination. It's nobody's business, nor will anyone ever find out unless you actually tell them. No one knows what your dreams truly are. So dream up the craziest, most amazing life for yourself that you can think of, that you can even fathom, that your imagination is capable of. And then you add fuel to the fire, which is an elevated emotional state. So now I have an absolute masterpiece work of art prepared for you. This is you. And here, all right, and here, this is fire. This is you. And here we've got some fuel. I love this. This is you. This is some fuel. And here we've got fire. Because now, my beautiful soul, I'm going to teach you how to add fire to the fuel in a good sense, of course. Elevated emotions are emotions that vibrate at a very high frequency. So for example, feeling joyful, feeling love, feeling free and grateful, these are all emotional states that are highly elevated. These are extremely powerful in helping you to create cognitive ease. So this would be your fuel. When you are either writing or reading your flashcard, or you're simply meditating on your desires, I want you to connect your desire with an elevated emotion that resonates with you, right? So basically, fuel is an elevated emotion. So the fire is your desire. That's what you want. Then the fuel is your elevated emotion, happiness, gratefulness, joy, and this still remains you. So because the elevated emotion carries a higher energy, it carries a sort of heart coherence energy, because you are taking your body out of the emotion of stress and instead placing your energy on emotions that create order within your body. So the combination of knowing exactly what you desire, exactly what your fire is, and the magnetic charge of the positive emotion is what creates a new electromagnetic field around your body. And when you create this new electromagnetic field around you, you have also created new possibilities which are now accessible to you. And because you created this new field around you based on the very specific desire that you had down to the smallest detail, it has no other choice but to be one of the possibilities which have now become accessible to you. So what you're basically doing is you are creating a vibrational match between the energy that you are broadcasting and the energy of your next big goal. You are making sure that those are aligned so that you can help yourself to draw that experience and that goal to you. And the more you focus on an emotion that is elevated and resonates with you, the more energy you are broadcasting, which means the more influence you have, and the quicker you will be able to make your manifestation appear in your life. When done correctly, this exercise should actually lead to you relaxing and for your subconscious to feel a release and you to be really calm. Because remember how I explained to you in the last video how you don't have to work hard, you also don't have to work smart. When you truly internalize the belief that your manifestation is yours and it's simply waiting to be claimed by you, you rest in an energy of coherence. You create energetic coherence. There is nothing to worry about, as you know that you will be shown the path and no relevant information will slip through the cracks any longer with your SN, because you know that you have become one with your goal and you're fully conscious of it already being yours in the realm of the quantum field, where every possibility of your life already exists. And you can then rest assured that the signs of your dreams will follow, because signs follow, they do not precede. Remember that your desires are invisible little realities, and your awareness will never ask for your permission to express any of these invisible realities that you are aware of being. Doesn't need permission, because once you learn to rest in the confidence that the way will be shown to you naturally through the alignment of your emotions, through the alignment of your energies, when you rest in that confident energy, you will never need to worry about the way not being shown to you. You will never need to worry about not seeing clearly ever again, because now, my beautiful soul, in our time together, you have learned to open your eyes and see. I love you all so much, my beautiful soul family, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye, guys!